ورحمة الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. We continue with Ibn al-Qayyim في الفوائد رحمه الله, and we are in al-Fa'idah that we have started 2 days ago. ماذا يفعل من أصابه غم وهم? What action should he do, a one who deals with stress and grief? And we talked about the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وما زلنا فيه. اللهم إني عبدك وابن عبدك وابن أمتك ناصيتي بيدك ماض في حكمك عدل في قضاءك. The hadith. And we have talked for the last 2 nights about the meaning of, "Oh Allah, I'm your slave," and that is the first part of the hadith. And if we were to talk about that explicitly and in details, will definitely take longer than 2 nights. But for the sake of time, we move on to the next part of the hadith. And the next part of the dua: عبدك ابن عبدك ابن أمتك ناصيتي بيدك. My forehead in your hand. فيقول ابن القيم رحمه الله: ثم قال ناصيتي بيدك، أي أنت المتصرف في تصرفي كيف تشاء، لست أنا المتصرف في نفسي. وكيف يكون له في تصرف من نفسه بيد ربه وسيده وناصيته بيده وقلبه بين أصبعين من أصابعه، وموته وحياته وسعادته وشقاؤه وعافيته وبلاؤه كله إليه سبحانه، ليس إلى العبد منه شيء، بل هو في تصرف سيده أضعف من مملوك ضعيف حقير. ناصيته بيد سلطان قاهر مالك له تحت تصرفه وقهره، بل الأمر فوق ذلك. ومتى شهد العبد أن ناصيته ونواصي العباد كلها بيد الله وحده يصرفهم كيف يشاء، لم يخفهم بعد ذلك ولم يرجهم ولم ينزلهم منزلة المالكين، بل منزلة عبيد مقهورين. المتصرف فيهم سواهم والمدبر لهم غيرهم. فمن شهد نفسه بهذا المشهد صار فقره وضرورته إلى ربا وصفا لازما له. ومتى شهد الناس كذلك لم يفتقر إليهم ولم يعلق لا أمله ولا رجاءه بهم، فاستقام توحيده وتوكله وعبوديته. ولهذا قال هود لقومه: إني توكلت على الله ربي وربكم ما من دابة إلا هو آخذ بناصيتها إن ربي على صراط مستقيم. He said rahimahullah, commenting on the part of ناصيتي بيدك, my forehead in your control. And the forehead is this part right here. And what that refers to is that, "Oh Allah, you are the one who controls my life. You are the one who has the full power over my existence. There is no decision I make without your permission, and there is no action I take without your allowing, and there is no way I go without your qadar and your decree." So once you understand this fact, And once you get to submit to this reality, then your whole life should change. And the way you see things should become different. And the way you evaluate things should change from other people who do not understand this fact and who do not have such fact in their life. فيقول يعني ناصيتي بيدك أي أنت المتصرف في تصرفي كيف تشاء لست أنا المتصرف في نفسي. He says رحمه الله, the meaning of ناصيتي بيدك يعني you are the one who controls all my behaviors and I have no power to do so, even myself. And imagine about those tyrants and those aggressors and oppressors whose arrogance have taken them so far to think that they can control other people. And only the people they think they have control over, those who do not understand ناصيتي بيدك. Because when they understand ناصيتي بيدك, they know that when someone is oppressing them, it's because of something they have done. Allah is allowing him to do that. When someone is abusing them because of what they're calling for, because of their religion, or because of their deen, or because of their faith, or because of their principles, they know Allah allows it. And don't understand that. And فرق بين الإرادة والمحبة. You have to distinguish between Allah wanting something and Allah loving something. Very important. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows something, that does not necessarily means He loves it. But He allows it even if He hates it. But He allows it for a hikmah and for a reason. And Allah is al-Hakim. So that is a distinction we have to understand. الفرق بين الإرادة والمحبة فإن الله لا يحب الشرك ولكنه جعل أقواما مشركين. Allah does not love shirk, but some people are mushrikeen, and they would not be mushrikeen if Allah would have not allowed them to be that. ناصيتي بيدك. His control, my control, and my life and my affairs in your hand. Subhanallah. So once you understand that, once you understand, as we said, this is dua al-ham and dua al-musibah. And when you go through hardships, this is what the Prophet ﷺ is teaching you to say. ناصيتي بيدك. يعني whatever is happening to me is not beyond your control. And whatever is happening to me, no one can change. And whatever is happening to me, nothing could have changed it if you already have decreed it. So it's very important to understand this fact. فيقول وكيف يكون له في تصرف من نفسه بيد ربه وسيده وناصيته بيده وقلبه بين أصبعين من أصابعه. How can he has control over his affairs if his heart and his soul and his body is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? His heart between two fingers of Allah flips them and controls them the way he wants. How can he expect or assume that he has control? So once you understand that, again, you submit. And once you understand that this is happening to you, you also understand that it's happening to other people. And once you understand it's happening to other people, why should you fear them? And why should you seek help from them? فيقول وموته وحياته وسعادته وشقاؤه وعافيته وبلاؤه كله إليه سبحانه. His life and his death, his happiness and his misery, his health and his sickness, It's up to Allah. Up to Allah. ليس إلى العبد منه شيء. It's not up to the slave. بل هو في تصرف سيده أضعف من مملوك ضعيف حقير. Under the power and the control of his master, Allah. Just like a weakest of a slave. The weakest of the slaves and the least worth of a slave. يعني imagine a slave that is crippled. What benefit can you get from him? That is, he who understands ناصيتي بيدك, my forehead in your control, in your hand, he understands this fact. So what is the result? What that leads? Once you adopt such idea and such mentality and such principle in life, what should that make you? How should that make you live your life? Full of worries, full of stress. Because remember, this dua or this statement is part of a dua to get you out of stress that has inflicted you. فيقول ومتى شهد العبد أن ناصيته ونواصي العباد كلها بيد الله. And once the slave testifies, once he testifies that his forehead and the foreheads of all creation, not in their hands, but in the hands of their master, يصرفهم كيف يشاء, control them the way he likes. لم يخفهم بعد ذلك ولم يرجع. He neither will fear them nor he will seek them. He will not be afraid of them and he will not seek them and beg them, because he knows that their hearts in the hands of their Lord. And that is one of the main reasons that does not or stop people from practicing their principle. One of the main reasons that let people die cowards. Fear. They're scared. And people vary in the levels they're scared of. And they vary in the levels they're scared for. So you find someone scared for his life, and we say, perhaps that is instinct. And you find someone afraid for his income, and you find someone afraid for his property, and you find someone afraid for his family, and you find someone afraid for his deen, and you find someone afraid for a few dollars that he collects from here and there, that he might sell his own principle for those few dollars. يبيع دينه بعرض من الدنيا. So people vary. And that is mainly and many or too often because of the loss of the understanding of ناصيتي بيدك. Because if he would have known that no one has power to harm him without the permission of Allah, he will live a better life. واعلم أن الأمة لو اجتمعت على أن ينفعوك بشيء لن ينفعوك إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله لك. And if you know that if all people gather together to benefit you with something Allah did not permit, they won't and they can't. ناصيتي بيدك. So once he understands this principle, ولم ينزلهم منزلة المالكين بل منزلة عبيد مقهورين. He will not conceive them and give them a status of the masters, but he will give them the status of the slaves, just like me and you. So when he looks at others, he does not fear them because he thinks they're masters. It doesn't matter how richer they are from him. It doesn't matter how more powerful they are from him or than him. he looks at all of them like slaves to one master. And usually the person does not fear the one who is at his level. He fears those who he thinks better than him, he thinks stronger than him. But if he understands that his forehead and their forehead, his affairs and their affairs in the hands of one master, then he comes to the realization that they're only slaves just like him. فَمَنْ شَهِدَ نَفْسَهُ بِهَذَا الْمَشْهَدِ. So he who reminds him of this, who reminds himself of this, that everyone is a slave. صَارَ فَقْرُهُ وَضَرُورَتُهُ إِلَى رَبِّهِ وَصَفَ لَازِمًا لَهُ. So his need and his seeking and his help and his heart and his dedication and his loyalty becomes directed to one master. That's it. فهو يعيش ويموت لسيده. He lives and he dies for his master. And everything he does stems from that fact. So imagine the life after that. Imagine what kind of life after that. That is ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. That is the only way for happiness. That is the only way and the ultimate way. Every other way maybe will deceive you, telling you it's happiness. Maybe the sign at the beginning of this road says happiness, and maybe the first few miles in it are happiness. But if it does not end to جنات عرضها كعرض السماء والأرض, you've been deceived. غرر بك يا مسكين. Then you've been deceived. So من شهد لنفسه بهذا المشهد صار فقره وضرورته إلى ربه. When he asks his master. When he begs his master. When he fears his master. When he cries to his master. ومتى شهد الناس كذلك لم يفتقر إليهم. And once he sees people like that as well. So once he sees himself like that, he does not need anyone but his Lord. And once he sees the people like that, he realizes that they are as weak as he is, and they cannot help him like he cannot help himself. In this such idea, ناصيتي بيدك ولم يعلق أمله ورجاءه بهم. And he will not attach hopes with them or to them. He will not think that they are the ones who determine his future. He will not think that material or things will guarantee his happiness, because he understands all that is in the hands of his Lord. فاستقام توحيده وتوكله وعبوديته. As a result, remember, you are created for التوحيد. وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. قال ابن عباس أي ليوحدون. And only created the jinn and the ins for one reason: to worship me. Ibn Abbas said, radiyallahu anhuma, to establish the tawheed, to establish the oneness of Allah with all its meanings, from al-ubudiyyah and from al-rububiyyah and from al-uluhiyyah and from al-asma'i was-sifat. Every single thing. Once you adopt this principle, that will put you straight on the path of Tawheed. Remember the purpose you were created for. See how important to understand what ناصيتي بيدك means. Because the fruit and the results of understanding these two words is to be straight on the path of the purpose you were created for. Because if you are not on that path, قُلْ هَلْ نُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِالْأَخْسَرِينَ أَعْمَالًا. Shouldn't we tell you about the biggest of the losers? So once you understand this, your path is straight on التوحيد. واستقام توكلك وعبوديتك. And once you understand this, your tawakkul is straight. How many people and how many of us we say all the time, على الله توكلت, توكلت على الله, عليك اللهم توكلنا, وما توكلي إلا على الله. We say it, but did we live it? Did we live it? There is no one who takes a way of haram to survive or to feed himself and his family has established the real tawakkul. There is no one disobeys Allah thinking that he has to do it to survive, has established the tawakkul, the real one. No one fears a human being, so that fear stops him from doing what he's supposed to do, has established the tawheed, the tawakkul and the tawheed. Tawakkul ala Allah. No woman, no man, no small, no big, no rich, no poor, no king, no slave will take you away from submitting to the one master. Other than that, you have not established the tawakkul. A woman that takes you away from Allah, you have not established the tawakkul. A business that takes you away from Allah, you have not understood the tawakkul. A life that does not, or the life that keeps you away from fulfilling your purpose. Because you say, if I get busy fulfilling my purpose, I will lose my life. And nasibi min ad-dunya. No tawakkul. You know what it means to establish the real tawakkul? أن تظن أنك أنت الجماعة ولو كنت وحدك. To think and to believe that you are al-jama'ah, you are al-jama'ah, you are the whole, even if you're alone. Even if you're alone. As long as you are believing you're al-jama'ah because of what you have. That is the truth. فإن هود عليه السلام فعل بهذا. As we said before, Hud عليه السلام comes to his people to invite them to worship one Lord. They accused him. They attacked him. They called him names. They did this. They did that. He said, fine. He said, فَأَجْمِعُوا أَمْرَكُمْ. You guys against me? Come together. توكل على الله يعني لا أراه إلا في الأنبياء. Trust in Allah you only see with the prophets and the messengers and those who followed them. يقول you get together. All of you. He's talking to an to his people. He's not talking to 2 or 3. He's talking to a nation. Get together. Get your weapons. Get your artillery. Get your planes. Get your machines and technology. Get it. Don't let me know when you're gonna attack. Look the challenge. ثقة بالله سبحانه وتعالى. توكل على الله ليس له مثيل. Trust in Allah, unmatchable. Come together. Prepare together. Attack together. And don't even let me know when you will attack. One of the Romans, when he faced Khalid bin Walid, he told him, you guys claim that you trust Allah. Khalid, Sayfullah, the sword of Allah in this earth. Khalid, almost 100 battles with Islam, was not ever defeated. Said, you claim that you trust Allah. Here, drink. What did he give him? Poison. Poison. فاستعاذ بالله. He sought refuge in Allah and he drank. Nothing harmed him. Tawakkul ala Allah. Don't go do it. But learn about Khalid. This story is not to do what Khalid did from drinking the poison. This is to do what Khalid did to be protected from the poison. Okay? Khalid, when with his army of 30,000 soldiers faced the Romans of 200,000, spread كالجراد منثور, like locusts. فيقول له أصحابه وكان وراءهم جبلان سلمى وأجة, 2 mountains behind them called Salma and Ajah. فيقولون له إلى أين المفر أإلى سلمى وأجة. 200,000. How can we defeat those people? So where are we going to escape today? To the mountains, Salma and Ajah. فقال المتوكل على الله لا إلى سلمى ولا إلى أجة ولكن إلى الله المرتجى. Not to Salma and not to Ajah, but the escape today is to Allah. So ask Khalid that day. He'll tell you 11 swords broke in his hand, in the skulls of the kuffar. Tawakkul ala Allah. So Hud alayhi salam, get together and come together and attack me while I'm not even paying attention. Izz. طيب, what you got? Atomic bomb? Hydrogen bomb? Nuclear weapon? Weapon of mass destruction? What you got? Hey, Hood, what you got? Most probably, that's how they thought. Some of them maybe thought, maybe he got an army and we don't know about it. Because they don't understand what it means to have Allah. هم يكفرون بالله. إني توكلت على الله ربي وربكم. That's what he got. I trust my Lord and your Lord. I put my trust in my Lord and your Lord. So when they thought that they have everything on their side, he took away from them the most important thing, and that is the help of Allah. He took it away from them. So most probably he put them in misery. In misery. إني توكلت على الله ربي وربكم. طيب, what's about this Lord? What's special about him? About him in this situation? What's special about him? ما من دابة إلا هو آخذ بناصيتها. Exactly what Muhammad ﷺ told you in the hadith. ناصيتي بيدك. ربي وربكم وربكم. Who has the full control of my and your and everyone's affairs. خلاص. خلاص. It's over. ألا بعدا لعاد قوم هود. Destroyed. ريحا صرصرا. ريحا عاتية. Destroyed. They're done. خلاص. كم من فئة قليلة غلبت فئة كثيرة بإذن الله. So when Allah with you, don't be sad and don't grieve, and live your life as a brave person. Don't die as coward. Death for the coward and for the brave tastes the same, and maybe the coward will suffer more. Who knows? But death is death. تعددت الأسباب والموت واحد. So die عزيز. مت كريم. مت شجاع. Die as an honorable person. So when people remember you, they say, Wallahi, he was brave. Not for that purpose you're gonna die brave. But that comes along. That comes as a plus, rather than when people remember you, they say, what kind of smell have you brought? Why did you mention this dead person? والذكر للإنسان عمر ثاني. And remembrance for the person, second life. What people are going to say after your death is a second life. Don't live for that. But that comes along for those who live for Allah. Where is Musaylima? When people talk about Musaylima, كذاب. كذاب, the liar. And when people talk about Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, exactly. صادق المصدوق, the truthful, trustworthy. So choose which rakb you want to be with and which caravan you want to follow. And then فاستعن بالله. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم.